I just realized my mic wasn't on. I'm doing all of that. You all saw how animated I was, Linda? I was all in it. I was all in it. All right. Well, rewind. Whoop. I'm Rev Melissa. This is Morning Sip. Sip is spirit and practice. Welcome to the show. I am so passionate about supporting people and living life in joy, connected to their yes. I am a spiritual life coach, preacher, and teacher. If you need support, reach out to me. You can send a DM to me at I am Rev Melissa on Facebook and on Facebook and Instagram. Facebook and Instagram. And speaking about Instagram, I want to give a shout out to Stacy. It's good to see you. And Stacy said, even without the sound, she still gives me very well. I was in it, y'all, hyped up because I just got back from a wonderful, wonderful strength training class. That's what that was all about. I went to a strength training class this morning, my Tuesday and Thursday, getting it in, and it was wonderful. So good day. Thank you, Linda. Good day, Shay Love. Lots of love to you. Good day, Tracy. Yes, you was checking your audio. Girl, it was me. It was me. Didn't have my mic on. But we are ready, and we are getting into a new series today. And you know, a lot has been going on. A lot has been going on in my life, in your life, in the world, right? Always. And I was thinking about what could this week's series be about? Because last week's series was about resentment. I had processed all that stuff and I decided to do a series about it. So I hope you have a different perspective about resentment, because the origins of the word means to perceive and to feel and to see. So when we get down to the vibration of the word, we could really work with it, right? So I'm looking at what Stacy wrote on Instagram. Hear you, I meant. Yes, I know. Thank you, Stacy, because you're on Instagram, and anyway, it's a different setup on Instagram. So I know you heard me on Instagram. So, all right. I was thinking about the new series, and yesterday I was going through email, and I saw an email from my grad school, which was University of Santa Monica, where I got my graduate degree in spiritual psychology. And the founders of the school, Ron and Mary Holnick, are incredible beings of light, just amazing. And they sent an email. Mary sent an email because Ron, her husband and the co-founder of the school, had a heart attack, and he's been going through a lot of health challenges. And she was just giving us his status. And I started thinking about my journey and how amazing it was for me to be at University of Santa Monica. One thing that happened while I was there was I got to meet someone that I admire a lot, and the reason why I went to the University of Santa Monica, and that was Iana Van Zant, because she also got her graduate degree at USM in spiritual psychology. And I got to meet her once. She was 1 year ahead of me, but she had to make up a weekend, and we wind up being in the same cohort. So anyway, that just got me to thinking. You're like, where are you going with this, Rev Melissa? So this is where I'm going with this. It was challenging. My journey to the University of Santa Monica was interesting because initially I was going to go to NYU for grad school. NYU has a program called the Gallatin program. I don't know if it still exists. This was in the early 2000s. And I applied for their Gallatin program. And what their Gallatin program is, you create your own curriculum. Like you can create your own focus, your own major. You create it, and you submit a proposal, and then they have a panel that approves it or doesn't approve it. And so I wanted to go to NYU to create a curriculum for myself on spiritual psychology. So, of course, they have a psychology program, but they did not have spiritual psychology. And I was like, wouldn't it be awesome if I could create a curriculum of spiritual psychology at NYU? And maybe if it's approved, that will be a new area of concentration for the university and other people who might be interested in spiritual psychology can also come, right? So that was my whole thought process. So I submitted everything to NYU, and guess what? They was like, no. It was rejected. And they were encouraging me to just go to their psychology program, just get my degree in psychology, and they didn't say these words, but this is what I took away from the situation. Come to NYU. They accepted me into NYU. Do psychology, get your grad degree in psychology, and you could do that spiritual stuff somewhere else. Basically, right? And when I got that news, I was really, really disappointed, right? Because I had a whole vision about how I was going to transform NYU psychology department by introducing spiritual psychology as an area of concentration, right? But it was stacked against me. Like I went through the whole appeal process and it was just no, 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 no. And it got me to thinking about how oftentimes we can experience a no in our lives as the worst thing in the world, right? We start to think, well, maybe that's not for me. Maybe I'm supposed to go in a different direction. We start to doubt ourselves. We start to listen to what other people think would be best for us. But there's something that stirs up in your soul that says, girl, that place is just not for you. That situation is just not for you. That person is just not for you. What you see, what you're holding, what you're feeling, what you're visioning for yourself, that is for you. And so when I went to University of Santa Monica, and the way that happened was I was reading Essence magazine, and they were interviewing Iyanla Vanzant, and she mentioned that she was going to the University of Santa Monica to get her degree in spiritual psychology. I just got the rejection from NYU, and then I read this article in Essence magazine. So I took that as synchronicity. I took that as God winking at me. I took that as the universe saying, we got you, girl. We got you, right? That there is nothing stacked against you, regardless of what it appears to be, regardless if it's a challenge, regardless if it's a no, regardless of what had happened. There is nothing stacked against you, right? So, long story short, I get accepted into University of Santa Monica. I fly every month to Santa Monica, which was one of the most beautiful places I had ever seen. And I had a wonderful, wonderful experience. And I remember that first weekend of classes, the curriculum included this concept called stackers. Stackers, right? And I recently found my notes from that class, and I wish I did date it. This was on November 4th, 2000. I did date it. And this is what I wrote in my notes. Stackers, right? What determines what happens next? The stackers are really our allies who stack up the events for us. So the people at NYU, the head of the psychology department, all of those folks were stackers, right? They were stackers. And at the time, I viewed them as obstacles, right? I view them as the people who were blocking my dreams coming true, right? Because, of course, I was very dramatic about it at the time, right? And so I go to USM and they introduced this concept called stackers. They are really, because remember, it's all in how we perceive things. They are really our allies who stack up events for us, right? So we could shift our whole experience, right? By viewing obstacles, challenges, all of the things that we could name as something bad, we could view them as stackers, right? We could view them as stackers. So the other thing I wrote was the stacker's job is to help us with the opportunity to continue to grow. So this got me thinking about Kamala Harris. So I'm not going to get political with y'all, but it got me thinking about her. I woke up this morning thinking about Kamala Harris, right? And I want to send her a text about stackers. Because just think about it, right? And insert yourself in this. Insert yourself, any situation in your life where it seems like the odds are stacked against you, right? Just insert your life. So I think about Kamala Harris, right? Amazing career as many things, a prosecutor, attorney general, a senator, and she was campaigning to be the president of the United States, right? And all these things occurred that appear to be stacked against her, right? What happened? Biden became the nominee. She became the VP. Now, I don't know what was going on in her mind. I have no idea. But in thinking about stackers and how things appear to be stacked against her, it made me wonder, like, did she think when she didn't get the nomination to be the Democratic nominee and it went to Biden instead, and then he made her his vice president? Was she thinking like, huh, this may be another opportunity for me? Or was she thinking like, dag, I really want to be president. This is really messed up, right? These are things that just come to my mind sometimes. And now, due to a series of events, right? What determines what happens next? The stackers are our allies who stack up the events for us. So a series of events have occurred by which Kamala Harris is now the nominee, or shall be, let's just say she shall be the nominee for president for the Democrats, right? Think about that. Think about the series of events that had to occur for this to be her reality right now. Think about the series of events that had to occur in my life for me to wind up at University of Santa Monica to get my degree in spiritual psychology. Think about the events that had to occur for you to be where you are right now. Think about all the things that was stacked up, and we could view it as being stacked up against us or stacked up for us. I just love that. I love that we get to reframe all of the things that occur in our lives. We get to determine what it is for us. We get to determine if it is against us. I love this so much. So, the other note that I have about the stackers is the stacker's job is to help us with the opportunity to continue to grow. And then the question that I wrote is, how will you respond to those opportunities? Stuff happens, stackers happen. How will you respond to those opportunities that presents themselves from the stacking, right? So I could have decided when NYU said no, we're not doing that, do the psychology program instead. I could have decided, okay, fine, I'll do the psychology program. I'll get my degree in psychology, the traditional psychology program. Fine, I'll do that. The odds are stacked against me, and I could just say, I surrender, and I'm going to go ahead and do that, and give up on my dream, give up on my vision, give up on that which was calling me to pursue spiritual psychology, right? How will you respond to the opportunities that the stackers present on your behalf? So just think about this week. I just want you to think about if something is currently up for you in your life right now, and you are seeing and holding it as an impossible obstacle that there is no way in the world it could be overcome. And now you have to give up your dream, your idea, your passion about it. I want you to think about that. And I invite you to just regard it, to see it, to perceive it as a stacker whose job it is to provide the opportunity for you to continue to grow. Continue to grow. So that's where we're going. That's where we're going this week. Stackers. Stackers. So I hope that resonates. I hope it's percolating. I hope that it's starting to bubble up so you can start to view something that's going on in your life in a different way for you. And then tomorrow, I'm going to share with you a current situation that's happening for me right now as it relates to my Aunt Marion and the hospital and that whole situation. All right. So tune in tomorrow for that. All right. So let me check in with you all. Let's see. Let's see. Good day, mommy. Yes. Good day, Rhonda. It's good to see you, love. I hope all is well. All right. So Linda says, when we honor the flow of the universe by working with it, life unfolds in magnificent ways. Yes, it does. Good day, Brian. It's good to see you. And Shay is sharing, recent stackers have provided me with clarity in what I want. Let me start again. Recent stackers have provided me with clarity in what I do want in a spiritual relationship. Thank you. Yes, 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 yes. All right. So let us be on high alert for stackers, right, Mignon? Let's be on high alert for stackers and view through the lens of it being an opportunity to grow. All right. So let's get into some joy news, y'all. Let's get into some joy news. So I'm going to have to do this off the top of my head because I ran in from the gym and I don't have my joy news note card with me. So tomorrow is Wednesday. we do our community cafe, and I love the fourth Wednesday because it is energy. Ooh, that's self-care. It is energy with Shay. It is our energy with Shay, and we do such beautiful releasing and healing of whatever is up for you. Of whatever is up for you. It could be something physical or emotional. Shay is an amazing energy practitioner and it's open to everyone. We ask that you give a love offering. It is tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Go to rocklandcsl.org for the Zoom link and join us on Zoom, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. You don't have to have any experience whatsoever doing energy work. You just have to come and be open. That's it. Have a willing spirit. That's all that's required. Okay. Let's see. That's Wednesday. Also on Wednesday at 2 o'clock, y'all, in the afternoon, we have workout and a word. And this is a collaboration with myself and Fee King. We have a good time, y'all. I'm going to put the whole thing up. So workout and a word is at 2 p.m. Come dressed to work out. Come dressed to work out like this, right? 2 p.m. You get a 20-minute workout with Fee King and you get like a 5-minute word of inspiration from me. So that's 2 o'clock. Go to Facebook and just follow Fee King on Facebook. It is live stream there at Fee King on Facebook. Okay. So that's 2 offerings tomorrow. One at 2 o'clock, workout on a word, and one at 7 o'clock, community cafe energy with Shay. All right. Let's see what else. Let me put up my supporters and the folks that are doing amazing things on the planet. So Rhythm and Soul Radio is my husband's 24-hour internet radio station. It's also a sponsor of Morning Sip with Rev Melissa. Sip is replayed at 7 a.m. Eastern Time. Please support independent artists. That's what the station is all about. rhythmandsoulradio.com. Support Sekou Wright's Get Rich 101. If you want to learn about investment, if you want to heal your relationship with money, you want to tune into Get Rich 101 with Sekou Wright, go to Sekou Wright on Facebook and all the information is there. It's Monday through Fridays at 9:45 a.m. Eastern Time. And I mentioned Fee King. Fee King also has a show called The Fee King Show that airs Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays on Facebook and Instagram at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time. And Shay, I call her Shay Love. Shay Davis is celebrating 30th anniversary of doing what she does, energy healing. And she has a company called Rocky Mountain Holistic Health. And you want to check her out. You can check out Shay by following her on Facebook. And her Facebook name is Shay Bird. Or you can go to Rocky Mountain Holistic Health Facebook page. All right. So those are all the folks that I just wanted to give a shout out to. I'll share other joy news later on in the week, what's happening this weekend and all that wonderful stuff. I want to say thank you to everyone who joined me for our last meditation with the full moon, which was on, the full moon was on Sunday. That was my replay for Sunday in Praise, but we did the meditation with the full moon on Friday, and it was the buck moon, and we focused on our mental equivalent. So if you missed that, you could catch the replay. All right, y'all. So I think that's all I have for you today for Morning Sip. Remember, keep an eye out for those stackers, y'all. Keep an eye out for those stackers, and we're going to talk more about it tomorrow. So thank you all for being with me today. I see you, Mommy. I'm glad I gave you a lot to think about. That's wonderful. Yes, it's Shay Day tomorrow, Shay. Yes, it is. All right, everybody. Tomorrow, 10:30 a.m., we continue our Stackers series. Peace and blessings, everybody. Peace and justice, health and wealth. We are living life in joy, connected to our